What's up everyone? So this is day 1 here in Prague, capital of Czech Republic, and it's also day 3 of this 2-month trip around Europe and Africa. It started 3 days ago flying from London to Berlin, which is a great city, so you can see that video here. And now I just got off the train. It was only a 3-hour ride and now I'm here, so I need to make my way to the hostel. Right, it's actually a little bit cold now. And yeah, the station is beautiful. Here we can see some pictures of what the city would have looked like, well, many years ago, I suppose. So I just got to my hostel, which is called Czech Inn, as in Czech Republic Inn. There is 8 beds here in the room, which is actually not too bad. I've stayed in rooms with 30 people or more. And the best thing is that most of the beds, actually no, all of the beds seem to be empty. All the beds are made and there is no padlocks in any of the lockers. So it seems I am the only one, at least for now. Let's see how many people check in. I think I'm gonna choose this bed here because it's close to the window in case it gets really hot. I like the fact that there's hangings here, which gives you like an extra bit of privacy and nobody has to watch me sleep. Not every hostel has that. Also right here we have like a little locker for your phone or your wallet, and there's a charging point as well. There's a little lamp, and here we have the locker. It's actually a little bit dirty, but it's okay. Also, as you can see, all the beds have this little sign, and I just put my little card here so that everyone knows that this is my bed. And in fact, you know what, we're gonna mess up the bed sheets a little bit so that it doesn't look fresh. There you go. Now they're not gonna take that one. We have a sink as well with a mirror up. And let's check out the view from the window. Okay, let's go and explore the city of Prague. So day 1 in Prague is going really well so far. I was really hungry, so I went to a Czech restaurant that the hostel receptionist recommended. She said it was very good and cheap, and she was right. It was actually very good, and it was only £10 for chicken and rice, which apparently is like a Czech thing. It's got a name, not chicken and rice, but it's a Czech name, so I don't know it. And also a local beer that was so good. Then I joined a free walking tour and they took us to Prague city center and the Jewish quarter, the statue of Franz Kafka, the Catholic church, the Protestant church, and also the only remaining theater where Mozart performed, which as a musician I found that really, really impressive. Then we saw Charles Bridge, and the guide was really, really good. He had so many interesting stories and he was answering everyone's questions. Hi.
Hello.
Is it loud over there?
No, I'm sorry, this French embassy parking closed.
Okay, I just got kicked out. I was in front of the French embassy and he said, sorry, but you can't be here because this is a French embassy. And I said, that's okay, I can do it in French. I don't think he appreciated my humor very much. Anyways, c'est la vie. So right there is a wall, of course, but it's not an ordinary wall. No, this is the John Lennon wall, or Lennon wall. It's a beautiful area of the city and we have a lot of embassies. That's the French embassy right there. There you go. And that is the Estonian embassy. And that building there belongs to the Order of the Maltese Knights. And that is where John Lennon Wall is located. There's a lot of paintings on the wall and also a lot of people taking pictures of the wall. So that right there is supposed to be John Lennon's gravestone. Of course, he never had a gravestone. His body was cremated and Yoko Ono scattered his ashes in Central Park, very close to the Dakota building where they used to live. So this is the other side of the wall. not as exciting. There's a little garden, and over there is a gift shop. Let's go check it out. Good morning. So this is day 2 here in Prague and day 4 of my 2-month trip around Europe and Africa. Last night was quite an eventful night. I was at the hostel drinking, met some people. Of course I was not filming any of that because it's a bit weird. And then when I go to bed I found a rucksack on my bed and I was like, oh my god, like somebody clearly thought my bed was empty because they didn't see. Basically in that hostel they have this system where you have like a name tag and you put it in a little plastic thing on the side of the bed. But he didn't know that, or well, he ignored it, I don't know. No, he seemed like a nice guy actually. And then he put his name tag on top of my bed, ignoring the fact that there was my name tag already in the plastic thing, which is where it's supposed to be. And also all my stuff was in the locker underneath the bed, but he didn't see my stuff there because he didn't even open the locker. He just dropped the bag on the bed. So I moved it because I was like, well, this is my bed. He wasn't there. And then like an hour after that, I was still awake. And then he was like, oh, I think you're in my bed. And I said, no, sorry, but my stuff was already here. You didn't see the plastic thing. That's where the name tag's supposed to go. And also like my stuff was already in the locker. And I was like expecting him to be a dickhead, but actually he was really nice. And he was like, oh yeah, no, sorry, I'm sorry. And then he moved to another bed, so that was nice. And then this morning, a guy, which I think is a guy that I met yesterday, at 8:30, there were still people sleeping in the room. So he started playing the radio and woke everyone up. And then somebody asked him, actually really politely, he said, sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but can you please turn the radio off because we're still sleeping? And he kicked off. He was like, oh, last night you told me to turn off the light, now you told me to turn off the radio. So yeah, not the best roommate ever. Anyway, today is going really well. I woke up, well, actually, this guy woke me with the radio. And then I went for breakfast. Now I'm here at the concert hall of Prague, which is a beautiful place. And I went to the ticket office right there. And I wanted to buy a ticket for tonight because there's a concert tonight. Sadly, it's sold out. She was like, yeah, there's a concert tomorrow as well, but I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I'm gonna be in Brno, which is the second largest city of the Czech Republic, which actually it's gonna be really exciting because it's only in the smaller cities when you can really appreciate like the more authentic culture, because these big touristy cities, they're like full of, well, tourist traps and things like that, and there's people from all over the world. I find that when you go to these slightly smaller cities, then you kind of get to enjoy the culture of the country itself. Now I'm gonna go to the Franz Kafka Museum, which is not too far from here. I'm gonna show you everything, of course. So let's go. So we are here right outside the Franz Kafka Museum. Let's have a look inside. So I just seen Prague Castle. There's a lovely cathedral, there's shops, there's a nice view of the city, and you have to walk quite a lot to get here. Also, it's all uphill, but it pays off. So it's now 5:30, which is not too late, but to be fair, I am super tired because every day I'm walking all day. And also I feel like I'm always up really early. If it's not because I have to catch a train at 6 a.m., it's because some dude was like playing the radio in the hostel room. And now, well, I'm not going to bed straight away, but I should probably start heading back to the hostel so I can have a shower before it gets busy. And then I have to do some work on my laptop. I still need to book an Airbnb for Sofia in Bulgaria because I'm gonna be there next week and I still haven't booked anything. So that's pretty much it for now. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook. There is a PayPal link for donations as well. Of course, every donation will be absolutely appreciated. And the most important thing is, if you like this video, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel because I have many videos like this. And as I said, this is only one of the stops of my 2-month trip around Europe and Africa. So you're gonna find my next videos interesting as well. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you next time. Bye.